found a decent stack of these guys here. Wow, Bowling Green Game Exchange. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of the GameCube Gambit, in which I go out into the wild looking for stuff to flip on Amazon and eBay, and I use the projected profits to build a GameCube collection. If you missed episode number 1, that's going to be in a new playlist on my channel, but right now, we've got to get in to pawn and jewelry to look for some gems. How much are the disc onlys? Is there a certain price on those?
You just, I mean, they're cheap, and if you want to make me an offer on a few of them.
Okay. On the ones that do have their cases, is there like general pricing on like the...
Yeah, I sell them for $5 a piece.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I was wondering, what kind of prices did you have on these handhelds?
The Advanced is $49.99.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Platinum one. The DS is, I think, $39.99.
And how about the games?
The games vary, man. I look a lot of them up, like, you know, the Mario and Luigi. Some of this stuff, you know, gets old and then it increases in value. You've been in here before, haven't you?
I have, yep.
Did you buy some games from a nice house?
Mm-hmm.
From Louisville?
Lexington.
Lexington.
Yeah.
You run a game store up there or something? Or buy stuff?
Yeah, I do. Mostly online, honestly.
Yeah.
This one, does it have a charger?
I think I do have a charger.
Okay.
Or I did.
And these PS4 games, are they available as well?
They are. There's a couple of them that's not the $5 games.
Okay.
The Red Dead. Other than that, yeah. Other
Cool.
than that, those are all.
Yeah, I'll take a look at these.
Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's make sure here.
Yeah, it might be partly broken.
Bent.
If we can get it to turn on, I think I would be interested.
Well, I'll guarantee it to work too, because when it come in, it worked. I'm pretty sure I have the charger for it.
I mean, this is the charger. It's just kind of messed up.
I think I have it.
I'll turn it on. Shoot. Okay, yeah, it might be just kind of finicky in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'll probably pass on that guy for now, but I found a decent stack of these guys here.
All right.
Maybe I'll pass on that. I'll go put that back. These I'm all good to go on.
I'll just throw that one in, man. You just keep that one just in case it works for you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Let's see that in an instant replay.
Let's have all these games at $5 a piece, and minus these two throw-ins, and I'll let you have the bag.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
$40, brother.
Sounds great to me. I appreciate you working with me.
Yeah, man. Always. And I mean, I'm about, you know, getting rid of stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in business, I understand you got to make some money.
Yeah, if there's any other like electronics or anything around here that you're looking to move, I'm happy to take a look. There's the 40 for you.
All right, man. You want me to? I don't have those inventory. You want me to write you a hand receipt out on a card?
Nah, that's fine.
And
Yeah, I've got a nice, a little handy carrying case for it too. Wow, what an amazing first stop of the day. I've been to this pawn shop and done business with them before, so I had a good feeling about it. Got really lucky. They had just put out a whole stack of PS4 games out on the counter there, was able to scan through them, and they have great prices here too, $5 a piece. Was able to pick up a whole stack of them, and not only that, but he actually threw in Ghost Recon Wildlands and this issue 111 completely for free, because granted, they do have some condition issues, at least this one does. The Wildlands actually looks pretty darn good, so I'm happy about that. And he threw in this PS4 carrying case totally for free. I was looking that up, saw a used one go for like 15 plus shipping, so that's definitely not a bad throw-in. I think on all these, I'll be able to make around $5 profit a piece. Ark, Fast and Furious, GTA, Resident Evil 6, and Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. Plus, I'd say around 10 or so, that's what it goes for loose on eBay for Wildlands. And then 15 for the case, as I said. And then these ones are actually a little bit more than a double up. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition is also complete with the manual and everything, so I should be able to make 10-ish, maybe a little bit more in profit on that. Death Stranding is brand new and sealed, so I should be able to make $10 in profit on that as well. And Ghostbusters is just like a pretty decent title to look for. Should be making $10 on that as well.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the night? Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Which leaves us with a grand total estimated profit from this stop, conservatively, of $80. An $80 first stop, folks. I could not be happier. The last stop of the day is actually going to be a video game store, so I'm saving up our profits for that last stop of the day where hopefully they'll have the best selection. The last thing I wanted to say is, if you guys noticed, as we were chatting it up in there, that guy was like, hey, you've been in here before. You've got like an online store or something, right? Because we had been talking about it before, and he still was willing to hook me up with really solid deals. I think people have a misconception oftentimes on this channel. They'll be like, oh, I can't believe you're like in their store, you're scanning stuff, looking it up, that's so rude. In reality, this guy's just looking to move stuff. He doesn't care if I'm selling it, he doesn't care if I'm playing it. So a lot of us small business owners kind of think alike. We're thinking about our own bottom lines. We're not all that concerned with what people do with the stuff they buy from us. So big shout out to All American Pawn here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Let's go ahead and head to the next pawn shop and see if we can have some similar luck. All right, this is another pawn shop I've been to a couple times before. Easy Money Pawn and Jewelry. Let's hope that's the case. Okay, so not quite as much success at that stop. Nonetheless, found two slightly underpriced DS games. They didn't have the selection really hadn't changed all that much since the last time I was here. Maybe they're just not getting a ton of video games in. I'm not really sure, but nonetheless, we picked up the legendary Starfy on the DS. I do find this game a decent amount. It's worth like maybe 8 to 10 or so after fees. I think it gets left a lot because people assume that it looks like a kid's game. So that's a decent one to look out for if you can get it cheap enough. And then Cabela's Dangerous Hunt 2011. This one I don't see all that often. I don't think there are a ton of Cabela's games on the DS, if I'm not mistaken. This one will be a slow seller, but it should bring me 5 to 10 in profit as well. So we'll go conservative and say like $10 combined profit on these two. I paid $5 a piece. So that puts us at $90 total that we can spend on GameCube games today, plus whatever we're able to find at Game Exchange as well. That's going to be our next and final stop of the day. Before we go there, what I want to hear from you guys, the feedback I want to get is, what do you think is the most overrated GameCube game? I ask because the game that I chose to play at the end of the last video, Kirby Air Ride, I just didn't really think held up that well.
You're wrong.
I hope that's not gonna scare too many people away. Granted, it was one that I only played a couple times as a kid at friends' houses, so I don't have a ton of nostalgia for it, but honestly, I didn't think that it was that good, and I don't understand why it goes for, I don't even, like $80 or so. So I wanna hear from you guys what you think the most overrated GameCube games are, the ones that don't hold up very well, and that may inform the ones that I choose to play for like the ends of videos when I come home with a handful or a couple of games in future GameCube Gambit videos. So let me know in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get to Game Exchange. Bowling Green Game Exchange. I love coming to this place anytime I'm in town. Usually find good stuff, and we've got $90 to spend on GameCube games, plus any expected profit on stuff that we can find to flip inside.
Why would you do that?
Oh my gosh, people, I just walked in the door and look what I saw. Pokemon Coliseum, but it's 125 bucks.
Money!
I'm gonna have to see if I can find enough stuff to get me up to that balance. No.
Holy crap on a crap.
Could I take a look at that Simpsons game on the PSP? Just right in the front here. Thanks. I think I'll go ahead and do that if I could set it somewhere back there. Thanks. Okay, so that Simpsons game was actually a really solid find. I should be able to make 20 bucks or so on that one, which would leave me $15 or $20 or so that I would have to find around here in expected profit if I did want to go for that Pokemon Coliseum. But honestly, the price on it wasn't that great, and I may end up just getting more lower dollar titles. We'll see.
It's me, Chris Pratt.
All right, so coming away from the Wii section of all things with a couple of good titles, this one, Punch Time Explosion for 13, should be able to make like 15 in profit on that. And then Zelda Twilight Princess is doing fairly well on Amazon as well for only 10 bucks, and it is nice and complete. Should be able to make 8 bucks on that guy. Haven't found much else to flip so far besides these bad boys, but that does leave us with $133 that we can spend on GameCube stuff. So we have to decide if we want to like split it up between some of this stuff or other stuff in the case, or just go for that single Pokemon Coliseum. By the way, can you guys believe they have Pokemon box here for $600? That absolutely blew my mind. That game, if it has the case and manual, goes for $900, which unfortunately, obviously, not only is it out of our price range, but if I had the choice, I would definitely like to get it in complete condition, but who knows? That might be the ultimate grail for the GameCube Gambit. We'll have to see. So we definitely don't have the best GameCube selection here. We do have a complete Chamber of Secrets.
I'm a what?
Kind of meh for me. Not huge into the licensed GameCube titles. McGroove's Dance Craze, no thanks. High 2. This one is actually interesting. You guys can let me know if this one's worth picking up. 15 bucks is not bad. Does it have the original manual? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's a contender for sure. Volcano Island. What kind of a game is... Oh, okay, it doesn't even have the original case. We'll pass on that. Pac-Man World 2 and Pac-Man. I actually loved Pac-Man World 1 as a kid, so that one is in the running as well. Beach Bandits. I never really watched Rocket Power as a kid, so meh.
I think you'll live, you big baby.
And then Star Wars Jedi Outcast. That one's interesting, but I feel like that's honestly a little bit expensive, and it doesn't feel like it has the manual, so I'll probably pass on that. And they actually do have some pretty cool sealed titles in here. They've got X-Men Mutant Academy 1, and then 2 up here, but unfortunately, they're both priced at about double what they've been going for on eBay, so I think I'm gonna have to pass on those. So at this point, I've definitely got a decision to make, because as we said before, I'm not really that interested in the disc-only stuff, so I could either go for basically just Pokemon Coliseum, or I could get both of these games along with one of the other like sort of mid-range titles. There's either this like dual Outlaw Golf, Darkened Sky, Alien Hominid over there is actually a pretty good deal, Metabots, and Billy Hatcher. Now I did look up the prices on these, and Metabots is a little bit overpriced at $65. I think I could definitely get that cheaper. Billy Hatcher is around what it goes for, but Alien Hominid, especially if that is complete at $70, is not a bad deal at all. So I may just go ahead, since I've never played that one before, I may just go ahead and pull the trigger on that one and these two and have some fun tonight. Ooh, and before I check out, I just realized this bad boy up here, Just Dance Disney 2 on the Wii, is sealed. Uh-oh, so I had to look it up and check this out. $89 or $87 technically in brand new condition is the lowest on Amazon, so we're gonna have to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we should get another one of these mid-range games as well, because that will give us some extra spending cash. Found these, and could I take a look at a couple more GameCube games down there?
Yeah, which one do you want to look at?
Alien Hominid, Outlaw Golf, and also that Disney Party Just Dance on the Wii would be great too. I don't know if I've seen this combo pack before. It's kind of interesting. Wouldn't have expected those two to go together necessarily. Cool. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and do these 3.
You'll get to roll the dice 4 times.
Do you want to play a game?
All right, what is it? Is it for like prizes?
Yep, for every 50 you spin, you get to roll the dice once to try and win discounts, free items.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so what are we going for? 20?
Really, anything above, well, I mean, depends on how you feel about DVDs and stuff, but anything above a 15 is solid.
Okay,
but
here we
20
go.
will get you a discount. 15.
Okay.
Cool. 3 more rolls.
14. Oh, there we go.
Hooray for everything!
So that one is
10% off most. Oh, sweet.
10% off Alien Hominid.
And last roll, 5.
Cool. So you got 10% off Alien Hominid, and you get to pick out 3 DVDs, TV series, or Blu-rays. $7.99 or less. If you want something more than that, you can just pay the difference, and we'll take $7.99.
Okay, yeah, I'll go find some.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks. All right, well, I did not expect that one. Let's see if we can find anything worth anything. All right, so here's one, Private Practice. I picked it up because I saw that it's still sealed. Oh, actually, no, this looks like it's probably a reseal because we've got a bunch of wear and stuff on the corners. So I did end up finding a few things, all of which will be free that I think I'll be able to make a combined like $20 on or so. So as it turns out, as I brought the DVDs up, he realized that he couldn't find the disc for one of the DVDs, which you guys know is kind of a running joke on this channel at this point for Game Exchange, but he was like, you know, if you want, I can just give you another 10% off of Alien Hominid. I was like, heck yeah, man, that's awesome. So 20% off Alien Hominid, which puts it at like the mid-50s or so, which is a great price for a complete copy of this game. I'm really happy about that. Happy about the 4 additions to the collection that we're going to be able to add today. And I think it may have been fate which one I end up testing out and giving my first impressions on. I guarantee this is going to be the most satisfying part of every video. That just feels so good. And finally, time to give this bad boy a test run.
Chris Pratt.
Well, this, folks, is not a good sign. Looks like I'm gonna be making another trip to Game Exchange, but more importantly, we're gonna have to take out Alien Hominid from the collection. Oh, that's so brutal.
No! 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 No!
But if there's any bright side to this situation, it's that now I get to try out Pac-Man World 2, which I honestly don't mind. All right, folks, so Elsie and I are about a few levels in to Pac-Man World. First impressions are honestly really good. Granted, I'm coming from a place of, like, I really enjoyed the first Pac-Man World on PlayStation 1, but this one on GameCube has a little bit better graphics and some also really cool mechanics that I've been enjoying a lot, like the arcade unlockables and some additional controls that have been just I don't know, I guess my expectations were really low given that this game was $10. I kind of thought that it wouldn't be that good, but I have to say, like, I'm really enjoying it. Granted, I can't speak to anything like difficulty curve or anything like that because I'm only a few levels in. I don't get, you know, between the channel and running the business and the Discord and stuff like that, don't get quite as many hours to play games as I'd really love to.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
So I don't think it's likely I'll ever beat this game and be able to give a full report. Elsie thinks it's really great as well.
Elsie, hi.
What do you think, doggy?
Stupid humans.
Personally, I would give this a 7.5 Elsie paws out of 10. Oh, did you like that, doggy? For $10, I would definitely recommend picking this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, like I said before, drop a like on the video. It really helps it gain a little bit of traction in the algorithm. Elsie's definitely gonna be dropping a like, aren't you, doggy?
Good girl.
Thank you all so much for watching this far, and until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.